welcome to Just to Health podcast, where we discuss science and tools to help you become the healthiest version of yourself. Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Just to Health. I'm very excited that you're here because this topic is so good. It's about the microbiome and fiber. Have you ever wondered why fiber is so important or what happens when your gut doesn't get enough of it? Your gut microbiome, so all the bacteria in your gut, they do so much more than just digestion. And fiber is the main food for your gut bacteria. And without this food, your body really suffers. You can get leaky gut, inflammation, depression, and even weight gain. Before we start, if you enjoy this podcast, I would love to hear from you. Your feedback really helps me to make this podcast even better. So leave a review, hit the subscribe button, and share it with someone you think would benefit from this. Every listen, every comment, and every share really counts, and it helps me to grow this podcast. I really appreciate you, and thank you for being part of this journey. Now let's dive into it. So what is this gut microbiome? Well, they are 39 trillion bacteria in your gut. And that is even more than the 30 trillion human cells we have in our body. So the human gut microbiome weighs about 2 kilos, which is about the same as your brain. They are more bacteria in your gut than stars in the Milky Way galaxy. So this means we are more bacteria than human. So taking care of our gut is taking care of ourselves. What does this microbiome do? Well, the key function is that it digests your food, it absorbs nutrients, it regulates the immune system, it produces essential components like short-chain fatty acids, which are really important for our health, and they influence our mood through the gut-brain connection. Scientific evidence suggests that a balanced microbiome is linked to lower risk of obesity, diabetes, depression, and chronic inflammation. So, what is the role of fiber in all of this? Well, fiber is the main fuel for your gut bacteria. And it is the undigestible plant material which is found in whole grains, vegetables, legumes, and fruits. It can't be digested by us, but our gut bacteria ferment it. So why does it matter? Why does fiber matter if we can't digest it, if it's only for our gut bacteria? Well, because our gut bacteria convert the fiber into short-chain fatty acids, which are important to strengthen our gut lining, and therefore they reduce the risk of inflammation. And it also regulates blood sugar, metabolism, and immune function, right? This byproduct, what we get from fiber, they regulate the blood sugar, metabolism, and immune function. So what happens then when we don't eat enough fiber? Well, the bacteria in our gut, they will starve. They don't get enough food. Therefore, the microbiome diversity will decrease because some bacteria will just die off. And the bacteria that are starving, they actually begin to eat your gut lining, which means that you will get a leaky gut. So basically, small little holes in your gut lining, which then make it able for the bacteria to just go into the bloodstream. And we don't want the gut bacteria in our bloodstream. We want them in our gut because in the bloodstream, they can cause inflammation and other troubles. Also, if we don't have enough fiber, our blood sugar gets higher and we possibly will get weight gain. This is also due to the fewer shorty chain fatty acids that we get. And these are really important to regulate our metabolism. There was a study done 2018 which suggests that Western diets are low in fiber and therefore lead to gut microbiome changes which promote inflammation. There was one really, really interesting study, a mouse study done, and they were looking about how the gut bacteria, how your microbiome affects your weight. So what they did, they took the gut bacteria from obese mice and transplanted in with fecal transplants. So they just took the poop from the obese mice and put it into a mice that didn't have any gut bacteria. The mice that didn't have any gut bacteria and became the microbiome from the obese mice actually also became obese, even without eating more food. When they did the same with gut bacteria from thin mice, those mice stayed thin as well. So the key takeaway here is your microbiome really affects how you store fat, independent of the calories. In humans, we also have already some evidence that the fecal transplant in humans shows similar effects on metabolism and gut health. So there were also some case studies where a woman who had problems with her gut, and she had like a chronic gut disease, got a fecal transplant, so just the poop of someone who has a good microbiome, but this person who had a good microbiome was obese, and they transplanted it into the person who wasn't obese but had this gut issues, and the gut issues went away, but the person got obese. This can already translate also to us as humans. Nevertheless, don't just do a fecal transplant at home, please. This is really a clinical trial, and you don't know if you do more harm to yourself than good, right? So, how to feed your microbiome and stay healthy? Well, the World Health Organization recommends to eat at least 30 grams of fiber daily. And here the diversity is really key. So try to aim for 30 different plant-based foods per week. So 30 different sources of fiber. Include prebiotics food like onions, garlic, banana, and oats, which is really, really good for your gut bacteria and a good, healthy microbiome, is to eat fermented food, such as kimchi, sauerkraut, and yogurt. This will increase the healthy bacteria that we need. And also drink plenty of water because fiber needs fluid to work properly. So, what have we learned today? A fiber-rich diet feeds your gut bacteria, it strengthens your immune system, and it may even influence your weight. So I have a little challenge for you. I want you to try to eat 30 different fiber sources this week and then see how you feel. You can just track them every day by counting how much fiber sources you ate in the day and then just accumulate it for the whole week and see if you can get to 25 different sources. Perfectly would be 30 different sources of fiber. So share your experience in the comments. I'm also gonna make a poll down below, so check it out. And yeah, I hope that was helpful for you, and go eat some fiber. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye for now.